In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NCAAB matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop. Because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We start with Nebraska versus Minnesota. Nebraska laying 5.5 tells you the market still trusts them to control this game, even on the road. Minnesota's value only shows up if this turns into a tempo game, but Nebraska is far more comfortable slowing possessions and forcing half-court execution. When Nebraska is favored in this range, they tend to dictate pace rather than push margin, which keeps scoring in check. The play here is Nebraska minus 5.5 and the under 139. Next up is Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Clemson laying 7.5 is a respect line, but not an aggressive one, and that matters. Georgia Tech can hang around early, but over 40 minutes they struggle to maintain efficiency, especially when the favorite is disciplined defensively. This is another spot where the favorite protects a lead rather than runs away late, which keeps the total from exploding. The play here is Clemson minus 7.5 and the under 144. Now we move to Maryland versus Michigan State. Michigan State laying 18 is a big number, but it reflects a massive gap in consistency and execution. Maryland's offense becomes predictable when trailing, and that usually leads to longer possessions and fewer clean looks late. Blowout risk exists, but even blowouts don't always mean overs when the favorite shuts it down late. The play here is Michigan State minus 18 and the under 140. Next is North Carolina versus Virginia. Virginia catching 7.5 is where this gets interesting, because this matchup naturally slows down regardless of who is ahead. Virginia is perfectly comfortable grinding games into the half-court, shortening possessions, and forcing the favorite to work for every bucket. Even if North Carolina controls the game, the pace favors lower scoring. The play here is Virginia plus 7.5 and the under 151. We head to Wake Forest versus Duke. Duke laying 17.5 shows full market confidence, but this is a classic spot where the favorite dominates without needing to sprint. Wake Forest will try to shorten the game, limit transition, and survive with structure. That combination usually benefits the under, even if the favorite covers. The play here is Duke minus 17.5 and the under 151. Next up is Vanderbilt versus Mississippi State. Vanderbilt laying 7 suggests this stays competitive longer than expected, and Mississippi State's ability to defend keeps scoring from getting out of hand. Neither team wants a fast game here, and both are far more comfortable playing through set offense. The play here is Vanderbilt minus 7 and the under 162. Now we get Villanova versus Connecticut. Connecticut laying 10.5 reflects a major edge in physicality and consistency. Villanova has struggled to keep pace against teams that pressure them defensively for a full game. Connecticut doesn't need to force tempo here, they just need control. That usually points toward a comfortable cover with a controlled scoring environment. The play here is Connecticut minus 10.5 and the under 136. We close with Georgia versus Texas. Texas laying 2 is a short number that tells you this is expected to stay tight. Georgia can compete, but Texas is far more reliable late when games slow down and execution matters most. Close games like this often come down to clock management, not pace. The play here is Texas minus 2 and the under 169. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at wspicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to wspicks.com right now. Let's recap today's NCAAB picks. We're laying Nebraska minus 5.5 with the under 139, Clemson minus 7.5 with the under 144, Michigan State minus 18 with the under 140, Virginia plus 7.5 with the under 151, Duke minus 17.5 with the under 151, Vanderbilt minus 7 with the under 162, Connecticut minus 10.5 with the under 136, and Texas minus 2 with the under 169. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!